Welcome back. So now we're still looking at the Python challenge mixed in with biology, and we are up to the next bit of information after the first two problems. So this slide is why classify? Classification involves sorting things into groups. There are many different ways to classify. For example, you could classify lollies according to colour or taste, and you've got some jelly beans there to represent that concept. Now, libraries classify books using a Dewey Decimal System, a Dewey Decimal Number System, so that all books on a particular subject are grouped together. It's much easier to find something that way than keeping books together based on the colour of the cover or any other various detail that might be on that cover. In biology, an organism is a living thing, and the classification of organisms is called taxonomy. So we're going to then continue that concept on the next slide by looking at strings. Now, a string of characters together, when we write things to the screen, we need to let the computer know how to understand it. We do this by using a string. Now, the word string is actually abbreviated for string of characters, but we just say string to say that string of characters that is represented in green on the screen. For example, that would be a string of characters, and we put them inside inverted commas. So a string, the green text, can contain any number of digits, punctuation, spaces that you want, and it can be of any length that you want printed out. So if we had a program that said print and we've had the brackets and that string in there, closing brackets running, that program would give us the result of there are 4 species of kangaroo, exclamation mark. The individual letters, digits, and symbols and spaces are called characters, and the word string is short for string of characters, as I said earlier. What if the character you want to use is a single quote? So as in, you know how I showed you that you've got quotation marks here. However, what happens if you actually wanted them to print out quotation marks? Well, that's fine. It's just showing here that you would just use a double on the outside, and the ones on the inside would then have your inner ones, and again would finish off with another double on the other end, showing you what that might look like. There we go. We have essentially this section printing out that I've highlighted there. Now, every time you write print, that adds another line. If you wanted to, for example, print another line below, you would simply just, because I went there and I pressed enter to go to the next line. Sorry, I'll just show you again. Pressing enter, you would just type in print, you'd put bracket, and I would want to say hi. I suppose you're a coder. Coders, close bracket, and then if I pressed run, it should give me 2 different lines, and we could say change that to I don't know, pineapples, and again that just prints another line with that text below. Obviously that's not part of that example, but there we go, we have that slide. All right, the next one is just saying printing multiple times. Our programs would be pretty boring if they only printed one thing. We can add multiple print statements to print multiple lines. Python will run the statements in order. So to print multiple lines, you can use exactly what I did in the previous one. Print what you wanted printed on that line. Then you go to the next line, you press it, you type in again print, and then you're putting in what you wanted on that second line. So pretty much that's just another another example of the type of thing I just showed you in the previous slide. Now let's have a look at the next bit of information. Okay, so storing things in variables. Now variables are actually Pretty cool. Variables store a whole lot of values in a certain name, and we can call that variable a name. So writing out a long message many times is a pain. It would be great if we could just store the message somewhere and reuse it. So a variable is that place for storing a value so we can use it later. Now that can be a value as in a digit, and we'll explain that a bit later how to convert to an integer, but could be a number, could be a sentence, could be a single word, could be whatever you decided to put in there. Now, each variable has a name which we use to set and get its value. Now, in this instance, we have called that variable organisms. And we would create that variable by using an equal sign after it. So in this example, we would have the variable, and we're calling that organisms here, equals, and we want that variable to equal that string of text. So you've learnt strings. That's a string of text. We're asking it to save that string of text inside the variable organisms. And then on the next line, we're saying, okay, we're saving that in organisms. So then now we're programming print whatever is in organisms. Print whatever is in organisms. Again, print, and then again, whatever is in organisms. And then we're printing something different for the last line. We're just printing a separate string, which is this one here. So looking at that, 1, 2, 3, yes, print, organisms, that's matching what we'd put in the first place, yes, and then the bottom line is different, but it is that string right there. So that's pretty cool. So running the code, yes, we can change any of these things, and that would be reflected down here. Now the first statement creates, again, the new variable called organisms and stores it as a string. An organism is a living thing, that string in there. Then it's printing those values 3 times, and then it's printing a different statement altogether. So that shows you storing strings in a variable. Again, that is what we are calling a variable. And just to throw in an extra example, if we called that variable, remember I like using monkey, if we're going to call it monkey, and then we used monkey again here, and remember we like using copying and paste because that means we don't have anything go wrong. If we were then to change the variable name here to monkey, it should still print exactly the same, because all I did in that example was change the variable name. Now that name can be anything, as long as you keep using the exact same name here as you did to store that information, then it should work. Obviously you could make another variable, and we could call that pineapple, and we could equal that to the string I'm a monkey. Oh, and I need to be able to spell. I'm a monkey, and I'd have to do a double because we used a apostrophe within the string. As you saw, it started changing color. And if I wanted to make that one the pineapple, and pineapple again needs to be spelled exactly as is over there, it would, let's see what might turn out. We would print monkey twice, which is that first line, pineapple in the third one, which is the one I made up there, so it turns up there, and that bottom one is not referring to a variable, it is referring straight to that string that is there. So that's just an example of just mixing it up and how you are actually going to make your own code. So let's have a look at the next bit of information, which is F strings. This one is actually pretty great because we are then able to embed a variable within a string that is getting printed out. So our variables in Python store information, but sometimes we want to put that information into a string. Python lets us do that by using f strings. Let's take a look at how it works. So in this example, we've got science equals biology. So what we're saying in here is the variable science needs to equal the string biology, as in that word biology will be saved within science. And in the next line, we're saying we want to print something because we've said print. We're opening the brackets. Okay, so what do we need to print? Now, when you put an F in front of the science there, what it does is a little bit of magic. It puts the string that was put into science, so this string here, puts that into this spot here because of the curly braces that are on the side. So the F apostrophe, curly brackets, the variable closing that curly brackets tells us that they want whatever was put into the value into the variable. Okay, the string in this instance was a string. We saved that into science. So we're saying here print whatever was put into science, and then after that continue. Okay, so here's the reason the inverted comma is there is so that it will start printing from there. The F is there, so we're actually using that as a variable. The word, the science there with the curly brackets is a variable. If we don't have the F, it's actually going to print curly bracket science, curly bracket is fun. So the reason to put the F there is so when we see the word science, the variable science will be put in. So we'll show you how this looks when we actually run it. So we'll run this one. Biology is fun. If I was to change the word biology, and I could say, I like commerce. So we could say science equals commerce. So whatever's saved in here, which is commerce, will come out as is fun. So does that work? Yes, commerce is fun. So it's really just a string of letters. You could just say X, Y, Z and run that, and it will be X, Y, Z is fun because it's essentially just a string of letters or numbers in that sequence that will be printed out. It's been saved into science, and we have asked it to recall that variable in this printed text here. All right, so you've learnt about the F string. You've learnt about the magic that it can do for us, and it tells Python that an F string is asking you to get the contents of that science variable and put it into that print function there. Compare that to the regular string. So we've got science equals biology, as we had before. Let's fix that back up. Print, and this one is without the F string. So it's literally going to print out that curly bracket science, closing the curly bracket is fun, which is not what we want. We would have wanted it to say biology in, nice capitals and so forth up there. So let's put that into action with our next problem number 3. I'm just going to change videos so then you can see my bigger screen.